So, the first slam dunk movie.
What do you think? We both know that we both disappointed with the movie, right?
It's super disappointed. It's a disappointment. It's a disgrace. Like I know a lot of
That's a
a
really
lot
hard word, baby.
of
Disgrace. Yeah, when we watch it, we feel like,
exactly. That is the best way to explain it.
yeah, it's not bad.
It's not a bad movie, but it's a disappointing one. For me, Slam Dunk is very like important, personally because it has been,
the anchor of your life, basically.
yeah, it decided my all of my personal decision based on Slam Dunk.
Yeah,
How I chose Japanese literature. it's
yeah,
because
exactly. It's like,
it's because Slam Dunk, it
yeah,
teaches us how to fight for what you believe in, and no matter what people say, you keep on fighting, you keep on believing. It's how motivating the anime and the manga.
has been for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what brings tears to our eyes. The friendship and everything is just, you know, we don't need somebody die, right? To bring tears to our eyes. And why do a lot of people like it? I don't know if there are somebody out there who experience the feeling like the same feeling like we do, because we expect it so much better. Let's talk about the movie, right?
right.
Yeah. But, my son, why did you fix something which isn't broken?
Exactly.
Oh my god. Alright. It's not fair for both Ryota Miyagi and for the Shohoku team, the rest of the Shohoku team. The movie is about playing against the most powerful team there is, the
Yeah.
toughest guy there is. And this is all the boys' dream, not only Miyagi's dream. Okay? And if you want to create something new, then don't risk and don't sacrifice
Sano game.
Sano game. What the heck were you thinking? Why did you like crush? It's our dream too to watch
Sano
Sano
game.
game at the movie being played in a big screen. It feels like you told me that you feel like you're being tricked.
Yeah, it's like they try to use our hype up moment because we're waiting for a Sano game to
Mm-hmm.
being played at the in the movie. Wow, it's actually a different thing. It's like,
Ta-da! Wow, we thought it would be like a Sano game. All the boys were like fighting for
yeah,
their
Kainan's
lives.
watching.
Then when we came to watch the movie,
It's like generic.
it's about psychotic mom. It's about dead dad,
I mean, we
dead
always know.
brother.
Yeah, we always know that Ryochin have a dark side. We always knew that. It's like everyone
Yeah,
does. So Hoku teams, everyone have a dark side.
just tell only like briefly,
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
right?
Yeah, it's like
That's it, and then move on to the game. Oh my god, it's
it feels like we get the not the real version. It's like the generic version. The one
yeah.
that
The new, I don't know if it's, the intention was probably to get the new audience, but it's not fair to the people who already familiar with the 90s anime, who love the manga. If you want to talk about Ryota Miyagi's part of life, then the reason why he chose to enroll in Shohoku because of Anzai Sensei, and
right.
what did Anzai Sensei do to make him do that wasn't explained.
Yeah, why don't you tell stories about that?
Yeah.
That's another story. It's not
Uh-huh.
like it's not something that out come up from nowhere.
Like,
It's like
man, it's about slam dunk. It's about the game.
mm-hmm,
Why?
mm-hmm.
ah!
I agree.
If you want to challenge yourself, create something totally new. Don't bring the rest of the boys, especially Sano game into this? What the heck are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what if we tell the audience what Sano game supposed
Oh
to be
my
look like?
god.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's memorable about the Sano game in manga?
Okay, Sano game
In
is
manga,
supposed to be the very dream, like the very, it's the end game, right?
right,
For everyone, for Kainan team, for everyone, because they're the best in Japan. High school, in they're the best high school team in
in Japan.
Japan,
Yeah,
and in that movie, it didn't really show how scary they are, like truly scary. Anzai Sensei, before the game, he needed to
consult.
consult
Yeah,
whether or not he needs to show the Sano game videotape to the boys, to Toyotama coach.
because he's worried.
He's worried. And oh my God, I got goosebumps. Like, and what did Toyotama coach say? That it's not, it's not the point where you're worried about the mental game. Is the, do you think your boys, do you trust your boys enough? Like, it's just, that point needs to show in the movie to make the audience understand that this is the death match, the death mate.
The death match. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just so excited.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So
English is
go
my
on.
second language. Final game. Before they face them, and then, well, eventually, as I say, they showed the videotape to the boys, and everyone got so scared, except
Anamichi.
Sakurai.
Why you
The
guys so afraid?
ignorant is a bliss.
Ignorance and bliss.
Yeah, Sano game is supposed to like
Scare them.
tell the audience that it was supposed to strengthen the bond between character, especially Rukawa and Sakuragi, and it didn't show
At
in the
all.
movie
At
at
all.
all.
At all.
Like, I'm so disappointed about the club, the legendary club about Rukawa and
I'll show it to
Sakuragi.
them.
It's like, oh my god, did you know that in the manga, Rukawa was like, if you want to win, follow me with your life. God.
I mean,
And
if you guys watch basketball,
oh
the inspiration is like
uh-huh.
MJ and Rodman. That's basically what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, it's like
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan and Rodman. Hanamichi is like the Rodman. Rodman is like the Reborn King. He just started playing at the 21 years old, and he helped Michael
Yeah.
Jordan win 3 championships. Basically, that's the gimmick. That's the what trying
Yeah.
to show.
Yeah, it's not fair. The movie, it's not fair. It didn't show at all how they're like to the death. They fought to their death.
Yeah, and Mitsui,
Sano.
Mitsui is like even it's like having a hallucination on the field because he's got too tired because he not playing for 2 years
Yeah,
because he
his
used to.
stamina is racked.
Yeah, it's like he can still shoot and score while he doesn't know that he shoot and score.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up he is in the field. It's
Yeah.
like,
Huh?
huh?
We're
We're defending right now.
Oh my god.
That's how scary it is.
And how scary the opponent is, like Eiji Sawakita.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh,
Don't
God.
let me start with Eiji Sawakita. In the movie, Eiji Sawakita just said, I know that move. Okay, I know that move too. But it didn't show. He trained since he was born, basically.
Yeah.
And oh my god. And this game is not about who is more skillful, but it's the game about who can outsmart the biggest opponent
Right.
in the whole Japan.
Yeah, yeah. No, AG is like in the comic. AG is like being showed like there is no opponents that he cannot fight. It's like he's being bored of his life. It's like he defeat his father before that, and that's why he's not. That's why in the movie they showed like, please show me, teach me how anything that I can learn from
That
this
wasn't
game.
in the manga,
That's
but they
the-
put it. But it's good. It's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah.
That's like replacing the backstories. But in the manga, he's so bored. He's so bored because
Nobody
he
can beat him
nobody can beat him.
until
Nobody can,
now.
yeah.
And what Rukawa and Sakuragi did,
It,
they outsmart him. They
yeah.
outsmart him. Like even in the movie, right? They didn't tell about the quirkiness, about the sassiness. Ryota Miyagi about like, Eiji Sawakita. In the court, you will think that it was one-on-one match between you and Rukawa. But in your mind, it's actually 1-on-2.
Mm.
Rukawa and Sakuragi. Oh God, Rukawa and Sakuragi. I want to talk about the expressions of Haruko Akagi. Oh my God, that chick. That chick is the trigger for us to cry because she's like,
Right.
like, oh my God, Sakuragi-kun gambatte. Like Haruko doesn't show up that much in the movie.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
And all of the supporters from Shohoku School, Hanamichi's Gundan, Sakuragi Gundan, and
Yeah.
then oh, so shamed. And the part that I like the most is when Sakuragi got injured and it's like he tapped when Haruko get down,
Yeah,
near the
Garuko get
team.
down.
Yeah, and like Sakuragi was like, this time I really like it. I'm not gonna lie about it. Tapping on Haruko's shoulder, and that was not in the movie.
And then Haruko's like blush actually. Right? Haruko's like blushing.
Yeah. And all of the friends like, did he say? I thought he was gonna say I like you. We're so scared that would happen. Oh my God, so nostalgic. Yeah. And I want to talk about Anzai Sensei in the Sanoge. Anzai Sensei was like having a flashback about Yazawa. Yazawa, there's this prodigy. If you can see it from up there,
Right.
there's a prodigy here who
And it's
can
not only one.
surpass you. There's two. There are two Yazawa. I'm like,
Yeah,
why didn't it
Sakuragi and
show? Why didn't
Nukawa.
it- And also, Ryota Miyagi was like, this is the part what I like the most.
Right.
Sakuragi, defense 1031. I think, Aegis Sawakita, think. Like Ryota was like, what is it 1031? 10 Sai.
I forget about that. Teach me. Tell me again.
1031. Ryota Miyagi told Hanamichi while Eiji was like guarding Ryota,
Yeah.
was like, Hanamichi, defense 1031. Oh, yeah. And then like, think, Eiji Sawakita. Like they just want to make the opponent overwhelmed. Only Ryota and Hanamichi knew it because in the scene in the manga it's like count on me, Hanamichi. I'm gonna pass to you. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. You know, like this is me we're talking about. I'm gonna back you up. So it's like 1031. 10.
Yeah.
3 in Japanese is sun.
Yeah.
And 1 is like supposed to be an I. So tensai. Supposed to be an E.
Tensai.
Tensai. So defense tensai. Kind of like it's just what they, the signal. Ryota, it's like a signal for Hanamichi,
Yeah, and then also the face.
The
face.
first,
The alley oop. The alley oop. So
yeah.
freaking cool.
They told that in the movie, but they didn't tell
much?
us how the stake. And a lot of things happen. Like Rokoi and Hanamichi was like so MGN roadman.
Roadman.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame. Uzomi was there.
Yeah.
Uzomi was supposed to be there, and
he watched the game with a normal shirt, and then when
he changed to his chef shirt.
when Akagi fell, he changed to the shirt. Maybe the new fans doesn't understand why Zomi need to be there.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's why they change it. But
it's just
if you want to if you want to give this movie to the fans, like the OG's fans, you risk that. You show Ozomi there.
Exactly. This is why um this is one of the disappointments points, you know. It feels like we like Inoue Sensei forgot that slam dunk fans are still here since the 90s until now,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like he didn't have faith to just do what he was supposed to do. For in my opinion, Slam Dunk Story is like Inoue Sensei is like J.K. Rowling in sports anime.
Right.
Nobody can ever make
Another good.
sports anime like he did.
Subasa
Nobody.
was good,
Nobody.
but not to you. Okay, okay. Subasa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. If even that is like so following the slam dunk anime.
Nobody. I said it. I said what I said. Nobody could ever
Yeah.
make a story like you, Inoue Sensei. And what did you do in the movie?
Yeah. Even
What
this.
I like about Slam Dunk is
Mm-hmm.
that I'm sorry, I keep cutting you on this because this is
No, no,
like
no. It's okay because your
it's
voice is really good.
it's it's
Yeah.
so important in my life. Like I think we really need that Inoue Sensei more than ever right now. We're adulting right now,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and we need the way you tell us the story. How you know, man, I just wish that you could make the movie like there's Dr. T welcoming us, you know, like,
Right.
hey guys, how are you? How's adulting? Like, just like Blue's Clues, you know, just
Right.
welcome us back. And for God's sake, just forget if people, like, majority of people didn't know about Slam Dunk. Like, don't think about that. Just think about how they could now get to reach the point where they know about Slam Dunk. It's a 90s anime. You know, many people in their 30s back in the 90s were enjoying it, but right now they're like 16, 60s, 70s. Probably some of them died already. So
Mm.
we're here to like represent those guys. It's like our mom's age, our
Mm.
mom's age. If they do still care about the Slam Dunk, they would probably be disappointed as well. Like I assume people our age who know who familiar with Slam Dunk, also kind of disappointed with this movie because we were waiting for this for 30, 15 years.
Right. Yeah. I think if they wanna use a backstories to anchor people, use it like Mitsui. I think they do it right with Mitsui. Just like
Um,
just like little flashback
oh
about,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, like,
See, this is, I don't know the concept, I don't really understand the concept. Is it about Ryota Miyagi only? Why did you decide to also kind of like put something in there to make it to our movie?
yeah. I mean,
Just don't, just decide, man. Like, is it about Ryota Miyagi's story? Is it about Mitsui's story? What is the first slam dunk? I assume the first, because it's the first slam dunk, it's like it's about Ryota, Mitsui, and Akagi because they're like um, the core of Shohoku team before the super rookies are coming. Ryota and Sakuragi. That's why they kind of maybe they want to talk about those senpais, you know,
Ryotan.
Ryota, Mitsui, Akagi, the starter teams.
Yeah, right.
The yeah, so they want to talk about the
But
original starter team.
we always get it from with the sudut pandang, like from the point of view of Sakuragi.
Exactly. So it's just why did you
Yeah, why change it?
You can't change that. You can't change what happened in the 90s just because things have changed. Okay, we need that in the 90s. Adulting is hard. Do not hesitate to bring all the 90s back. We need it. Do you remember the scene where Captain America was like doubting, is it like it's gonna be old fashioned, in the first Avenger movie?
And Phil Coulson said,
And Phil Coulson was like, sometimes in this time of need,
Yeah, we need a little bit an old age
We need
time.
the old fashioned.
Yeah, because it was
That's
simpler time.
it was a simpler time back then, and we really need slam dunk now more than ever. Your story inspired many of us to, we're having a bad day at work, right? We're adulting now. We need to get a job. We're
And
having a
we
bad day at work. People like trashing us. But then when we watch Slam Dunk,
it's
we
not
need to
so
have a
bad.
courage.
Mm.
We need to have a courage to face challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Even though many people say that we can't, we
Mm-hmm.
need to keep going and believe that we're tensai. What I meant by how Slam Dunk is different than the rest of the anime of the same genre is because the stories are so relatable. It's so applicable in our everyday lives. Like, it's familiar from what we've been experiencing at some point in our lives. Because sometimes we feel like we're Sakuragi-kun, right? We're learning something new, we're in a different type of setting, like at our new job. We got a little nervous of what people say about us. And from Sakuragi, we've learned not to listen to what people have to say about us. We keep believing that we can. And not only from Sakuragi, we can also learn from other characters too. Slam Dunk has such multi-dimensional way of telling the story. That's who Inoue Sensei is. His way of creating a story is so unique. He's basically a tensai. So it's important to instill that in the movie. The movie is so different, it makes me think it wasn't fully Inoue Sensei's idea. If that's the case, if that's indeed the fact, and if Inoue Sensei has his own version of the movie, I want it released. And that is why the biggest disappointment of this movie is that it didn't tell us about how strong they fought, Shohoku fought, and how people back in Kanagawa rooting for them. Uzomi was there. Kainan was about to leave, but they stayed until the end of the game. You didn't tell that. So if you want to tell about Ryota Miyagi's parts of the story, then just create something new. Don't bring the Sano game. If you really want this to be totally new. Okay, so we've talked about the story, how it
Mm-hmm.
should be and how it shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about from CGI perspective and everything from other aspects of the movie?
I understand the creative decision what he trying to do use all the CGI because it's the latest technology there is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not always gonna be the key to get the most feeling out of the movie. You know what I mean? It's like you mentioned about the clap
Mm-hmm.
because it was a CGI scene. They're trying to show the court, the basketball court, like from above perspective. While in the movie, well, in the manga, it's like really close up between,
From the bottom?
yeah, from the bottom, like Hanamichi and Lukawa's clapping. That's why it's more impactful that way. While
Mm.
in the movie, it's like a really small scene, one
Yeah.
of like a normal basketball scene.
Mm.
That's why it's not impactful enough.
Mm.
Also, yeah, from the CGI perspective, I understand the realism of like the shirt, the details, but I really think they can put up extra money into like the faces, the emotion, the lips. I don't think they pronounce it enough. Maybe it's
Mm.
it's it's easier to dub it because they
Mm.
never show lips
Mm.
in the close, so easier to dub it. But because and then the seiyu is similar, the voice of it's like sometimes you don't know who's saying it.
Oh yeah, I thought when Ryota was speaking, it was Rukawa actually.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Mm.
because you're not showing the lips and the expression is not like in the
Mm.
manga or in the anime,
Yeah.
it's not showing it enough.
Mm.
So
It's
yeah,
a shame.
such a shame.
Mm. But I think it's kind of makes sense because it's a basketball game, right?
I
And
understand. I
yeah,
understand. Uh,
but it's still, it could be better.
could be better
Yeah.
from the perspective of visual storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I like the decision what they make in the last second.
Right.
They capture the how fast it is, how
Mm.
the fast break, the soko, like the last second.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like soko, gitu.
So cool.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I think Mitsui is passing to Lukawa, Lukawa passing to Hanamichi while on the air, right?
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, and then they used like a story, like a comic book storyline, like a beeping, 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 right?
Ah, yeah.
They
That's
use it
the
like,
only thing that was in the manga and it was in the movie.
yeah, it was like it's almost like they're going back to the book. They wanna imply that they wanna like this is like a manga shit. They use black and white in the last scene,
Yeah.
And then-
Only for the last impact scene.
and then it's actually more impactful, right? There is no color, there is no things, but it's more impactful because it shows the meaning, the importance of that moment.
But still, it's not as important because we didn't know why was it so important, right?
Yeah, that's the storyline that we talked about before, right?
Okay, so to wrap this up,
Mm-hmm.
about this movie, I think I don't know if it's the first and the last slam dunk. So bad it is. Point is, we understand that this is a new movie, but we just wish you would separate the new and the old. If you want to tell the new movie, tell entirely new movie. Don't bring the old to the new, and vice versa. Other people will come along if
They see
we
it,
come
yeah.
together in
Yeah.
unity, the old fans.
I think they're gonna. I mean, it's gonna show if we win.
It's gonna show
Yeah.
eventually. People were going to understand what is slam dunk. It's not just for the old fans. It's also not fair for the new fans. They need to know also the greatness of slam dunk.
Right,
Yeah, and they didn't also get that. So it's not fair
but
to both of your friends, to both of your fans era. That's it.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
justice for all.
Do justice for all.
Don't
Shohoku
be-
team, new fans, old fans, we come together to watch the greatness of slam dunk.
Don't be half measure.
Yeah.
That's it.
Come together, man.
Okay. For those of
Okay.
you watching this,
And yeah.
what is it? Complain?
Rant.
Rant? Yeah. Tell us what you like about this slam dunk and what do you don't like. Tell us more in the comment.
We appreciate it. And we truly apologize if we're being so direct towards Inoue Sensei.
Yeah.
We just love it. We love your artwork. Your caliber is like J.K. Rowling in sports anime, in sports anime genre. So believe in yourself. Believe in all of your fans. We still think slam dunk is great. And help us. And I hope this would, reach Inoue Sensei. Okay.
Yeah. Share this to Inoue Sensei.
Justice for slam dunk. Release manga cut. Bye bye.
Bye.